Hey, welcome back to Portland Today. Today's Parenting SOS, staying healthy while you're pregnant. Something I don't think we've thought a lot about in terms of probiotics. That's a buzzword today, right? But it has something to do with pregnancy as well, and it's more important maybe than ever. Joining us now to explain is Megan Landrum, the co-founder of Alavita Nutrition. So, first of all, why are they so important in pregnancy?
Yeah, well, let's do a quick review of prebiotics and probiotics.
Okay, because what's the difference?
Yeah. So prebiotics are the non-digestible carbohydrate component of our diet, or fiber.
Okay.
And fiber is not digested by us, but it's digested by the good bacteria in our gut, or the probiotics. So probiotics are the healthy bacteria that work with the prebiotics to create our gut microbiome. So you may have heard that buzzword microbiome, and that's referring to the collection of bacteria in the gut.
And we are finding out more and more how it influences health.
Yeah, absolutely.
So important now.
So important. And we can certainly influence our microbiome through our diet. So one, through increasing our fiber intake, because we're increasing then the food for the bacteria to thrive on. And then two, increasing fermented food intake, because those are chock full of probiotics.
Okay,
like
that's super easy.
Kimchi, things like that.
Yeah, super easy. And then when it comes to pregnancy, there's a few phases.
Yes, definitely a few phases. So one in particular is group B Strep. This is a bacterial infection that actually 1 in 4 women will test positive for in their 3rd trimester. And that's going to indicate them to have antibiotics during birth to protect the baby.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that also prevents the baby from getting a transfer of beneficial bacteria. So in order to reduce the risk of group B Strep, that will help us reduce the risk of antibiotics during birth. And there was a study in 2016 showing 2 strains of bacteria that actually helped reduce group B Strep in pregnant women. So I recommend every woman take these strains during their 3rd trimester.
So you're very specific.
Yes.
Okay.
Because strain specificity is really important when we're talking about modulating disease risk with probiotics.
All right.
So this is particularly an L. rhamnosus and an L. reuteri strain that were studied to reduce group B Strep.
Okay.
And then let's talk about breastfeeding moms, because we don't necessarily think about probiotics when it comes to breastfeeding either.
Can it help? I know a lot of women struggle in one way or in another.
Yeah, well, you may have heard of mastitis, which is a common infection that happens with lactating moms. Right. And there was a study in 2010 that showed 2 strains of bacteria, L. salivarius and L. fermentum, could both benefit to reduce that risk of mastitis. And
okay, I know it's extremely painful for nursing moms.
So if we can reduce that risk,
if you can do that, fantastic.
This probiotic by Claire Labs has an L. salivarius in it, and it's also great for general GI support, so I recommend all lactating moms take this once daily.
Okay, and then once the baby's here?
Once the baby's here, so there's a ton of research around probiotics for babies. Actually, NPR just did a great segment on it on Monday. There's now, researchers are finding that there's not a transfer of B. infantis from mom to baby, and B. infantis is a really important strain for consumption of breast milk.
Okay.
So like we talked about in the beginning,
right.
The pre and probiotics work together, and babies need B. infantis to consume the breast milk. So with the particular strain of B. infantis, researchers at the UC Davis found that activated B. infantis EBC001, when babies took that while breastfeeding, had an 80% reduction in harmful bacteria in their gut and an increased utilization of breast milk.
Happier baby.
Happier baby, happier mom.
That's right. Happier baby.
So once a day while breastfeeding, babies should be getting a Vivo.
So where can people find out more about this?
So on our blog, alavitanutrition.com, we have all of this information and links for all of these particular recommendations, so you can check it out there.
Fantastic.
And more information for pregnant moms as well.
So great information.